Hey guys, Baz86 here doing another stream on NBA 2K20. I know I've already done one today, this morning, but I have to admit I am enjoying the playing basketball on here. So, last time we left off, we won with the Rockets and they were playing against the Oakland Thunders, or the Orlando Thunders. Wait, hang on. Team card. The Oklahoma City Thunders. Yeah, the Oklahoma City Thunders. I had to get it right because it would have done my head in. So we won against the against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and our next match is against the Washington Wizards. So we're going to play against the Washington Wizards, and also in our Heat season we lost against the Hawks, the Atlanta Hawks, and we have to play them again at their ground. So we lost at our ground, and we've got to beat them at their ground. So without further ado, let's get on to playing against the Washington Wizards. Again, I won't talk that much. If I do talk, it's to interact with the chat. And if I don't talk, I'm getting you guys to feel the atmosphere of the game. So, let's go.
Hey, I'm Mike Wang, Gameplay Director for the NBA 2K series, and I'm back with some expert tips. A big part of basketball is simply having the right players on the floor at the right time. So this week, we're going over substitutions and matchups in NBA 2K20. When you're loading into a game, hit the start button once to access your lineup, and twice to adjust your matchups.
Hello, Milo. Let's go!
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
All right, some NBA basketball for you. We have the Houston Rockets going up against the Washington Wizards. Well, for Washington, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And James Harden, the 2018 MVP. Shaq, can anyone challenge him for best shooting guard in the game?
He's up there, but not the best ever. And he's not a two-way player like Klay Thompson and Jimmy Butler. But great offense beats great defense.
Ooh, I don't know. He scores, but he creates for others too, Shaq, now. You know, at times he didn't do that. He didn't make that extra pass. He's made that extra pass at times, especially when Capella was in the lineup.
Tip-off coming up shortly. We'll go courtside to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And a glimpse of the team as they arrive. A well-dressed and well-groomed group. The Houston Rockets making their way off the bus in anticipation of tonight's game. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. How is that for a gorgeous sight? The Washington Monument here in the District of Columbia, so beautifully framed in the sunlight. Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni is the modern-day godfather of pace and space. His teams in Phoenix popularized small ball, moving around and pushing the tempo in their 7 seconds or less offense. It's ironic that now his Houston team plays a much slower isolation style of basketball. But Kevin, that shows his flexibility and D'Antoni's ability to adapt to his personnel.
Whatever works, David. Thanks. In a blazing start to the new season, we look at the updated power ranking. Some teams are hot and some teams aren't. Taking a look at Charlotte, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they've been sinking on this list to start out the year. Not what they or really anyone else expected, but that's why you play the game.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 slot. And for Washington, Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Brown out there with Davis Bertans. And it's Wagner in at the 5 down low. Chris, we're getting into a new season, but already we're seeing teams hit that injury bug early on.
Yeah, Kevin, don't you just hate to see it? So hopefully those guys come back healthy. And, man, you hate seeing that, but I tell you what, again, injuries can always also have a positive effect. If you get that injured player back, let's just think you get to give guys time that didn't get that much time before. So they're getting kind of 2 seasons within one. The playoffs come, you get that healthy player back. And by the way, you have a guy that you developed off the bench, and now you have a deeper team, a little more depth.
Buries it from 3-point range. Covington's got the first points up on the board for Houston. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Washington. It's a 3-point game. Connects in the foul line jumper.
Wall faces up. This is the most natural area for him, medium range.
Al Harden, he had 34 points in the win against Oklahoma City. From downtown, and another 3 for Houston.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. The 3 from Bertans. Rebound by House. Houston's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Westbrook passes to House. Outside Covington. And another 3 for Houston.
This is the confidence Covington has in himself. Assertive as shooting right off the pass.
Wall against Westbrook. It's Wall with the drive. He can't get it to go. Good D by Covington. Here's Harden on the wing. From deep 3-point range. And no good that time. And it's Washington the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench did exactly what they needed to do. Without their production, who knows if they win that game.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Ball passes to Bertans, and it's good, 2 points.
Now, this is why you can't leave guys open around Wall. He'll notice it and exploit it.
It's Harden with the drive. He gets that one. Harden's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's Wall. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Brown, good.
Jumped too early again.
Houston leading by 3. Now here's Westbrook, coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, sometimes it just looks unfair with the way Harden can create space. And then, Chris, he'd get that shot off.
Come on, Kev. It's just his step-back jumper is a thing of beauty. I'm not talking about his almost travel double step-back, just his regular one. I mean, he has so many tools to create space with his footwork, and he makes the most out of what you give him.
Free throw good from Harden.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing a title to cement his legacy.
Harden hits them both. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA. He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Wow, hammering it in!
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Beal, the pass to Wagner. And the layup is good.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Westbrook dishes to House. From deep. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by House. House has got his 3rd assist on the night. Wizards trail by 6. Wall passes to Beal. The 11-footer. Rebounded by Covington. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Well, nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
Wall against Westbrook. Wall, no luck.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Harden kicks to House. Here's Tucker. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, they built up this lead
Doing well.
3 points at a time.
Oh, yeah, they certainly found something along the perimeter. Just an onslaught of 3-point bombs.
The drive by Beal gets the 14-footer to fall. Beal's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Wow, Beal is a talented scorer. Outstanding at maintaining concentration.
Oh, don't go
intimidating
again.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Gave up possession once again.
Here's Wall. Tries it from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Houston. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. Beal with the steal.
Trying to set Harden up, but
3-pointer. And it's rebounded by Covington. Houston leading by 9. There's the lob to the hoop.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
For Washington, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Wall wide open. The Wizards with another miss.
Well, you have to like their work on the board.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Round inside.
Oh, easy
That's his
layup.
2nd shot and his 2nd basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Westbrook passes to House. Now, here's Tucker. He's covered by Beal. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. And the shot goes down.
It was in his face and he still managed to get it.
Single-digit deficit for the Wizards.
How about the physicality from Wall on that finish? I mean, he was on a mission to score.
House kicks to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Washington's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
Timeout, Wizards.
Timeout called here. The first for Washington. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you got to love.
Right. For the Wizards. Mahinmi's checked in for Mo Wagner. Thomas Bryant comes in for Davis Bertans. Hachimura, he's checked in for Troy Brown. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for John Wall. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeff Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Tamari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. Gordon's checked in for Danuel House. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. A nice shot by Rivers.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Wizards trail by 14. Napier passes to Bryant. And Tamari Carroll is going to pick up the foul.
Really?
That is his first foul of the game.
What the heck does he manage to do
Smith,
that?
he's checked in for the Wizards.
Ish Smith.
Here's Napier. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Spurs.
Easy, easy there.
Great work right there on the inbounds play. Getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
Brutal. He's so crafty with the ball. The ability to score inside and outside, just a terrific night from Harden.
Smith the pass to Bryant. The Rockets pull it in.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. James Harden is second. Fourth, Russell Westbrook.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
Smith the pass to Bryant. Back to Smith.
Easy layup.
That's good, and it's
Nice
Bryant
D
with the
again.
assist.
The cleverness of Smith showing itself once again. Terrific at getting into the heart of the D and then cashing in.
Rivers kicks to Harden over Smith, and the basket by Harden. Harden's got 18 points in the game.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting strong.
Napier passes to Hachimura. Back to Napier for three. That one's not going to go. And the Rockets take it the other way. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
Yeah, when you only see a team twice a year, it's tough to get a good read on them. It's why so many of these East-West matchups wind up with a split.
Mahinmi down low, guarded by Green. Here's Hachimura. Carroll with the rebound. And it's Carroll with the ball for the Rockets. They lead by 14. Oh, trying for it. Green kicks to Gordon. Connects from three-point range.
Saved it for going out.
Like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Mahinmi. Bryant trying to free himself up.
What?
Mahinmi passes to Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
How did he manage to do that?
To the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that, and I love that he
Oh, how he lost the ball?
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. And McLemore, he's checked in for the Rockets.
He's coming in for Harden.
1:36 left in the first.
Yeah.
Well, the Wizards last year, I mean, they struggled on defense. We saw that, which was a big part of why they missed out on the playoffs. Now, teams know it is a weakness, and that's something they need to address. This team knows it.
Hachimura, the pass to Mahinmi. 6 on the shot clock.
Looking here at some numbers for Smith. Some last season stats for him. He was around 9 points per last year. 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. He's a tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
That free throw missing.
He just fist pump. Nobody there. Fist pump the Sky. Yes, Sky. Boom.
He doesn't get the second one.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
McLemore with the ball. Now Smith defending. Carroll kicks to Gordon. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Wizards trail by 18. Pass to Hachimura. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Great tee that time from Green. Here's McLemore. No good on that one. And the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Hachimura. It's hauled in by Gordon.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Wizards. Here's Napier. And he overshot that one, missing.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. That will count. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
That's the way you want to end a quarter, with the momentum on your side.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Rockets ahead. They lead by 18. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. The Wizards' John Wall talks about how important it is to play well at home.
I think we all understand you have to be a good home team if you want to be in the playoffs and be able to take care of home court advantage. But our fans have been amazing. Our fans that came out have been great for us. But I think just locking in and understanding you got to be able to win at home before you can win on the road.
Taking care of business at home, Greg, is where it all starts.
Yeah, to be a playoff team, you've got to own it and then try to steal your share on the road.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Just stretching out the floor that first, they had the defense scrambling.
They're just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend energy.
Taking a look at the Rockets, we've got Gordon. McLemore is out there with Austin Rivers. Then it's Damari Carroll, and it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Oh, you can't forget about the speed of McLemore. Uses it so well on his drives to the hoop.
Pass to Hachimura. Right wing. Bounce pass Napier. Mahinmi passes to Hachimura. Over Gordon. The offensive rebound. Here's Mahinmi.
Oh, he's not going to miss that.
His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
From deep, McLemore. Bryant with the rebound. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Wizards. They trail by 18. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
Missed that
The
as
shot
well.
by Carroll, no good. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Smith, the pass to Bryant. Feeds it to Mahinmi. And he banks in the layup. Mahimi's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Up top, McLemore. Last game with 30 points. Green breaking loose. Shots good.
There's
by
no one
McLemore.
around making a run.
And the Rockets lead by 16.
What was I supposed to do?
Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year. But the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, team management this year might be evaluated. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 9 points for Eric Gordon.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Smith kicks to Napier. And it's Smith missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Now the pass to Rivers. Green breaking loose. Kicks it out to Gordon. Shoots the 3. And another 3 for Houston.
When the 3 ball works, we're doing well.
In this game, that's definitely
When it's
been a
not,
factor
we're doing
in
badly.
crafting this huge lead.
Some could say I rely
Napier
on
passes
3
to
balls.
Hachimura. Back to Napier. It's up a 3. Here's Mahinmi. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And the talk in their huddle is going to be about taking care of the basketball. I mean, their turnover numbers are terrible.
I love the mascots. Mascots are what make it. Alright, let's go.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. Houston also making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Austin Rivers. Pass to Tucker. Over Wagner. From 13 feet, it goes down. Tucker's got 7.
Makes a big difference when Tucker is hitting the mid-range J. I mean, it keeps the D off balance.
Here's Wagner, guarded by Tucker. Wagner, good.
And that's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
And Tucker kicks to Gordon. Right side, Covington. And there's the feed to Tucker. And here's Gordon from outside. Bertans grabs the board. Wizards trail by 18 on the wing. Brown. Back to Wall.
Oh,
Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
He's very good at staying in control on his drives, and with Wall's amazing speed, it's not easy to stay in control.
And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That is his first foul of the game. From deep.
oh,
And Wagner pulls it down.
set it up.
Wagner's
Wanted
got
it
his
to
4th
drop.
rebound in
But
this
didn't.
one. Brown kicks to Wall. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Ball against Westbrook. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
Yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating the whole field. So I can't say overall.
I don't see how that was a
They've
reaching
had some players that
foul. I
have come
didn't
in
even
and
press the
wowed
button
us,
to do a reaching foul.
and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old. And so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league and it's a copycat game. And so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you could say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of it.
I would agree.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
So it's the Wizards now. To halt the run. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one's on Eric Gordon.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Daniel House comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's James Harden in for McLemore. That one misses for Wall. Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
And here is Bertans. He's coming off a 13-point game against San Antonio. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Here's Tucker.
Well, I was going to say, if he misses that,
Russell Westbrook.
that was a great pass by Westbrook. What an
With the
assist.
strength Tucker has, drawing contact means nothing to him. You can't rattle him. He's tough as nails.
Passes it to Wagner. Here's Beal. The shot off that time. Good D by Harden. Now the Rockets with it. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. To the left wing. Fires the three. Rebounded by the Wizards. Wagner's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. And it hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
Beal, the pass to Wall.
He's not missed that.
Drills it from outside. Wall's got 13 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Covington with the bucket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Washington has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Wall passes to Beal. Down low, Nurkic, and finished off by Bertans.
We've seen Bill evolve as a playmaker, including how he spots his open teammates.
Harden outside. Kicks it to House. Pass to Westbrook. Puts up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
That's 3-pointer from
14
Westbrook.
points for him.
This game would have
House.
a different
It was a
look
House.
if it wasn't for
Yeah,
his
it was
shooting.
House.
I mean, 100% from the field for him.
There's the pass to Wagner. Back to Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Driving, spotting up. Wall can do it all. A fantastic job tonight at the offensive end.
To the paint. Here's Harden. Beal with the block. Brown feeling it out a bit. A floater. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden.
And yeah, for Troy Brown Jr., he didn't have a lot of minutes as a rookie. Management wanted to bring him along slowly and let him learn at his own pace.
That free throw good from Brown.
Buried the first one.
And the team taking a long-term approach with Brown, as you said.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. When Brown Jr. did see some time, it was both on the wing and running the offense as a guard. But in high school, he played point guard, and the team see him as an option for spot minutes going forward.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Rockets leading by 19.
Oh.
It's stolen by Berton.
Oh, we missed it. Or lost it. Oh, he's all over.
Left side, Beal. He can't get that one. And the Rockets take it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Tucker can't get it to go.
And he hasn't been able to do much damage outside the three-point line. Just one triple for him in the game, and that was back in the first quarter.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
In transition, here come the Wizards. Here's Brown. Another shot. Wagner, good. Wagner's got 4 this quarter.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
Here's Harden. He kicks to House. Launches it. Some solid defense from Brown. Wizards trail by 15. Here's Wall.
Oh, there's nobody there.
Down in the low post. It goes. Wall's got 19 points.
And Wall has great size at his position and strength.
Oh.
He uses it very well close in. It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
A 3-ball. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's Harden with the drive. And the layup falls. 22 points for him.
Really like seeing Harden take it strong inside. So crafty in how he finishes near the bucket.
Washington calls timeout. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Timeout for the Wizards.
After shot. They need to
I'm seeing the other one too.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Mahini's checked in for Wagner. Thomas Bryant comes in for Bertans. Hachimura, he's checked in for Brown. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for John Wall. The Rockets also changing it up. Jeff Green is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Tamari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Harden's shot is good.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Here's Napier. Yes, that goes in. Napier's got 6.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Carroll against Bryant. Carroll kicks to Rivers. The 3 gets it to go from beyond the arc. Rivers has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Oh, it's big when Rivers connects from outside. Really helps space the entire floor for a squad.
Driving to the basket.
High arcing shot. Good. Nice play there from Napier.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Carroll passes to Harden. Shoots over Beal. Again, the Rockets score.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Here's Mahinmi. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He's up to 26 points in the game now, just keeps pouring in the buckets. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Bradley. The old saying, no rebounds, no rings. How important is it to continue to have 5 guys go to the glass in the second half?
Yeah, all five guys. But I think we're too worried about getting out in transition. So I think 1 through 5, including the guards, we all got to get in there and rebound.
You can't score unless you have the ball, right? Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
One of the big questions coming in is, how do you defend James Harden? He can take you in either direction. He has the crossover and the jab and go. And one of the best shot makers in the game.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters. You got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough right now, especially outside.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Travis Berton's out there with Brown, and it's Wagner in at center. That's the rope for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. Wall with it.
Yeah, it's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, and that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Trains the three-pointer.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
Oh, the team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
Westbrook with the block.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
In the corner, Harden shoots over Beal, and Harden with the basket on the assist from Covington. 32 points for James Harden.
A rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Westbrook against Wall. It's good from about 19 feet. Wall's got 23.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Westbrook against Wall. Westbrook kicks to House. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Nice assist from
Still
Westbrook.
perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Wizards trail by 20. Wall attacking. Again, the miss by Wall.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Covington with the bucket.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And it's Wall with the ball for Washington. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Monday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. Outside Westbrook.
Oh, he's lost it.
Wall with the steal. And now Beal pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Finished off the break.
Messing about.
Oh, look at the quick instincts of Beal. They're just fantastic. He does a super job of leaking out that time in transition.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Harden. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And another 3 for Houston.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
A drive by Beal. Bucket is good.
Great drive.
He's got 8.
You can't give Beal these lanes. I mean, when you do, he's great at exploiting them.
Rockets leading by 21.
Oh, what the world was that?
Here's Brown. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Offensive rebound outside Westbrook. Trying his luck from deep. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Beal drives in.
Yeah,
That's in
great.
for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harden against Beal. Harden draws the double. And the turnover again by Houston.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Covington. A very nice season for him.
Pushed out, I swear.
Up about 13 points per. Just over 2 steals and 5 rebounds. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
His nose for the ball has never been better. I mean, Greg, his transition defense really stands out. If you get careless in the open court, he'll make you pay.
Wall's shot is good. Wall's got 25 points.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Here's Smith. He's checked in for Brown. Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. McLemore has come in for James Harden. Rockets leading by 18. Here's Westbrook. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
The Rockets shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
And so many issues for this Wizards team the last few seasons have been due to a lack of an inside presence.
Yeah, inside scoring has been a problem, GA. I mean, they've had to lean heavily on outside shooting. Also, though, they've been struggling with rebounding.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Westbrook.
And a new regime in Washington as they have moved on from the previous GM. A lot to do here.
Yeah, GA, and it's not an ideal cap situation to work with. Fans are excited to see what can be done. They need to land a few big free agents. It hasn't happened for the Wizards in a while.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both.
Kevin, it was an up-and-down season for the Rockets last year. I mean, they started out very slow, and then because of injury, but it took them a while to get into the playoff picture. But how about this? They won their division, but only now.
Oh, wow.
Bertans can't get it to go. Houston leading by 21. There's McLemore. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on John Wall. And Chris, last year being the 4th seed in the postseason was trouble for the Rockets.
Yeah, it was, especially, Kevin, when you have to face the Warriors in the second round. They got bounced out in Game 6 despite the Warriors losing Durant. The slow start in the regular season, I think, played a big factor.
The Rockets have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
He literally just pushed me out of the way. He was like, nah, we ain't having that shot. You
That free throw good for McLemore.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
The Wizards making a switch here. Hachimura is checked in. And McLemore drops them both.
Man, last season was such a tough one for the Wizards. I mean, they lost John Wall to injury midway through. They ended up 11th in the East and out of the playoffs.
Pass to Wall. Here's Wagner, guarded by McLemore. Clock at 4. The kick out to Wall from past the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Tucker's got 7 rebounds in the game. For so long, C-Webb, the Wizards were looking to get past that second round in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, Kevin, now they might have to recalibrate their team for that. I mean, their team has some glaring holes that a quick fix just can't help. They will need to build from the ground up to get back on track.
Outside, Wall. Wagner passes to Smith. They get a hand on it.
Oh.
Beal, that's for 2. Washington gets it back.
That's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Left side, Gordon. Here's McLemore.
Oh,
beautiful
gorgeous.
reverse layup. McLemore's got 8.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Smith against Westbrook. Outside, Wall. Over McLemore. They grab their own miss. Wagner. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Eric Gordon.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Wizards shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
taking 2 shots.
Oh, he does have a voice. Well, that guy has a voice. The other guy down the other side doesn't have a voice.
First one falls for.
Well, the Houston Rockets, not exactly a balanced offense. I mean, they lean so heavily on James, but you can't argue with the results.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Bradley Beal, and it's Napier in for John Wall. And he makes both free throws. And see Webb with the Rockets offense, the numbers speak for themselves.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. I mean, they had the second best offensive rating last season. I mean, they rely on isolations, threes, and free throws.
Wow.
But it gets the job done for them. You wonder, though, just how far this approach can take them.
The Rockets have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Yeah, this guy down here hasn't got a voice. Guy over our side's got a voice, but he hasn't got a voice. Talk about the ref.
The first one falls. Chris, regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic, even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories, whether you're talking about the Vlade Divas or the Sabos that came into the game. Even if you go to Marshall Lernis, Dirk Nowitzki, yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Houston. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. Napier finds Mahinmi. Wizards passing it around. Bryant passes to Napier. It's stolen by McLemore. Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Napier passes to Hachimura.
Oh, nice little round the back move.
Here's Mahinmi, and good that time. Mahimi's got 8.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Outside Westbrook. Three-pointer on the way. Rebounded by the Wizards.
All alone.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And let's take a look now at Russell Westbrook's numbers. He's coming off an excellent season. First in assists, 4th in steals, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball. Launches a 3. Bryant with the rebound.
Try to be flashy
beyond the
about
arc since coming out of the break. With some arc. And
what a
Hachimura.
loop over. He's
got
the
8.
defender in his face. Still couldn't
And
get
here's
him.
Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Gordon kicks to McLemore. It's stolen by Bryant. Here's Hachimura. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way. And they're going to have to pay closer attention to him beyond the arc. I mean, he's got 2 threes in this half, a total of 3 overall.
Here's Napier. Again, the Wizards good for 2. And so here is Houston. Passes to Gordon. Outside Westbrook. Back to Gordon. From deep. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 3rd assist on the night. A difficult situation for Washington. Pass to Hachimura. Napier dishes to Mahinmi. Back to Napier. And there's the pass to Mahinmi. They double him with Green. Inside. The shot's good.
Not gonna
for
miss
Smith.
that.
Smith's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And C-Web, when Ish Smith goes to the rim, he is so deceptive. You just don't know where he'll go.
Yeah, Kevin, and sometimes I feel that Smith doesn't even know where he's going. But he's a crafty player that keeps defenders off balance with his change of speed. Gets the job done.
Good. Napier's got 12 in the game.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Carroll kicks to McLemore.
You got it? Nope.
Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Mahinmi passes to Napier. Carroll against Bryant. Pass to Hachimura. Shot clock at 5. But teardrop falls in. 12 points for him.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
From deep 3-point range. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Washington the other way. Good. Nice play there from Napier.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Westbrook, here we go.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Oh, nice.
Smith with the basket on the assist by Bryant. Bryant's got 4 assists now tonight.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Westbrook, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
From deep, the long distance 3 is buried. Westbrook's got 36.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Showing my support to my supporter keep up. Cheers, bro. Thank you. Hello, showing my support to my supporter. Hope you're doing alright, bro.
And they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy.
Good to see you in the stream. Good to see you showing some support. Thank you very much. Big shout out to you.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Let's got to be coming from
Just
Westbrook,
true
isn't it?
artistry right there.
Has to be.
Great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Yeah, guys, if you come into the stream and you watch it, can you share it out? I need some more people in the stream. I need the chat getting going. We need to start talking. We need to start chatting. We need to start getting going. You know, get hyped. Get hyped. I'm glad that you're okay, bro. Glad that you're okay, and I hope that you're safe. You're welcome. Cheers. Cheers. That was a replay, by the way. That wasn't an actual... The wife says shut up. What? What? It's like... I know you'll start it going. And it needs some excitement going on, because it's got tumbleweeds going past. Colin Cloud? Who the heck in Pecky's that? Yeah, I heard you the first time. Colin Cloud, who's that? Colin Cloud. Colin Cloud. Does anyone know who Colin Cloud is? If you do, put it in the chat, because I've got no idea who that is. Well, that's a bit dangerous. My wife has been entertained by Colin Cloud.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's House in at the 4. Outside Gordon. Houston moving it around. House kicks to Rivers. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow.
And they're getting their points now almost
What is it? Cut the name. I'll put it in the chat. I'll type it in, because you might not be able to hear. Not be able to hear me.
I said.
Hey, chat.
Your wife has been entertained by Colin Cloud.
Yeah, but they can't hear it over well enough. Yeah, of course I should be worried. No one's answering yet. Just having a little bitty break just to find out who Colin Cloud is. Quiz time with me and Amanda. Well, it can't be quiz because Amanda knows the answer. I don't. Oh yeah. Right. Colin Cloud is the mentalist. He appeared on America's Got Talent. Is that correct? Alright. We have a winner. We have a winner. Right, so what does he do? Or does he just read people's minds or what? What does he do, magic or something? He reads people's thoughts? Right, okay.
I just find that stuff amazing. Ugh. A bit like, what's his name? UK man.
The UK man?
Yeah. But I'd like to see, what's his name? I can't remember.
You talk about the guy who's in fish bowls and that guy who goes into tanks and stuff. Oh, you're talking. I know who you're talking about.
Brown.
Darren
Brown.
Darren Brown, yeah.
Darren.
Who gets people to do things.
His name's Darren.
Darren. Well, sounds like the chat's a little bit more lived up.
Well, yeah, if you just say to people, hey, get chatting, people go wrong.
Wait, you're saying that?
Yeah.
Well, if I say to people, get chatting, they just shut up. Or if I don't say nothing, they just don't.
No. You need to give something. For example, the thing that's just come to my mind, is any of you
out there
predictably suggesting that you've got guys watching, have they seen the lady who's got the arse, the biggest arse in the world?
The biggest butt. No, I can't say.
The biggest bum in the world. And I'm sure she said it was like 40 inches big. That's huge. And she makes money out of it.
She makes money out of having that massive butt.
The biggest butt in the world.
Oh, there you go, chat.
Right.
There you go.
I personally think she looks ridiculous because her lips measure the size of her bum.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Passes it to Bryant. To the inside. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
And taken away by Brown. To the wing on the left. Fires for 3. Goes back up. And Bryant with the lay-in. Bryant's got 4 this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Here's Hachimura. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Hachimura's got 12 points here in the second half. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Gordon. Kicks it to Harden. From outside the arc, hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got
Well,
38
let's get
points.
talking about something
The
then.
triples keep
Goes to keep it
falling,
clean.
guys. That's 3 in a row.
Brown outside.
I was actually just about to say, not quite funny that you said that.
James Harden
Ewan,
with the
Why?
rebound.
Because I want
Harden's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Like them
And it's
guys.
Gordon finishing it off.
How come
Attacking in transition, the
Bowes,
most
my
consistent way
husband,
to generate easy looks.
entertain his board wise?
You can tell
let's
they
keep it
love to
clean.
get out and run. The opportunity is there.
Stolen by Gordon. Lob pass to Gordon. And he lays in the alley-oop. And the Rockets lead by 20.
Come on, the one person watching, get typing, get chatting. Let's go. Let's get
A little over
talking.
2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Now Napier to the middle. Can they get it? Hachimura. Yep, that one goes.
Hello,
He was a
Cookie.
non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Down low. Here's House. Harden outside. Beyond the arc.
Piano guys.
Washington with the rebound.
What do you mean as in
Here we go,
piano
the Wizards
guys?
fast break. Napier dishes to Brown. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Make Harden to hold the ball for the rest of the quarter. I'm still here, mate. Just checking.
You can tell he feels he should
Just
have
checking.
had it
Just
still.
get
The hustle
talking.
was
Get
impressive.
chatting.
Looking
Come
at
on.
who's out there now for the
You
Wizards.
gotta have more than just
Bradley
get
Beal
Harden
comes
to
in
just
for
keep
Hachimura.
the ball
And it's
going.
John
That's not
Wall
really
in for
clean either.
Shabazz Napier. Robert Covington's checked in for Houston.
Harden's
Their
a
chance
character.
passes to
isn't he?
Brown. Over House. Offensive rebound. And that one drops.
Yeah,
Wall's
Cookie.
got 29.
Cookie's watching this, Ellen.
And the vertical of Wall, he gets off the floor fast to collect.
Cookie's
second
our
chance
cap, by the way, if you didn't know.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Rebound, Washington.
No, I was.
Bryant's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. From the stripe. Wall's shot is off.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try to lead.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Rivers.
Russell Westbrook.
Rockets leading by 16. And a deep three from Harden.
Oh, nice.
An
Nice
absolute
throw.
bomb from three-point range.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Ball passes to Beal. Now here's Wall. And it's rebounded by Covington. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Harden surveying the D. From deep. And another three for Houston.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that
Pro,
the
what have you been up to
frustration
today?
is
Come on,
mounting
talk to
for the
us. Discuss what you've been up to. We haven't.
Outside
I
Bryant.
have no idea.
And Beal kicks to Wall.
Houston. Houston
See,
in the
Webb, if we
red.
lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger
Yes.
role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing, by the way.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up. And that sends John Wall to the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
Well, John Wall coming back after that Achilles injury he suffered in the start of 2019. It's been a long road to recovery for him, and I know just how much he misses playing every day.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Caboclo comes in for Robert Covington. And Thabo Cephalosha subbed in for Danuel House. And C. Webb, as we know, with Wall, he made the most of his time missed by finishing his degree.
Yeah, Wall was able to take the classes he needed to complete his bachelor's degree from Kentucky. I'm sure he would have preferred to play instead, but he saw an opportunity with his education and made the most of it.
Dishes to Bryant. And the pass to Bonga. He feeds it to Peyton. 5 to shoot. Pasekniks. That's in, coming off an assist from Peyton. Pasekniks got his first basket. Sefolosha finds Westbrook. Yes, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule.
How's Harden managed to make a mess of that?
That you used to have. You missed the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, so you missed the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me, this was big from sports, and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie. And
how's RE3, by the way? RE3. RE3. I've got to figure out who that is. Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I've got to figure this one out. RE3. I know CP3. I know who CP3 is, but RE3. Are you sure you've got it right first? Oh, I thought we were talking about basketball. I thought we were talking about basketball. I don't have a clue. I haven't played Resident Evil 3, so I wouldn't know. I haven't played Resident Evil. The only Resident Evil I have played, which me and Amanda did together, sort of. Amanda did most of it. I did a little bit of it. I freaked out because we got a VR. We do have a VR headset. I had an experience with the VR. It's on my channel actually, and I got scared. I did with the VR on. I did Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. That's the only Resident Evil I've done. And I have no intention of doing another Resident Evil anytime soon. But Amanda, my wife, she enjoys horror games and horror films, so it's right up her alley. But for me,
other
not
areas,
really.
I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early. Stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. Beal, that's for 2. But they'll get another chance.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Here's Westbrook, and he goes right over Thomas Bryant and slams it down.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Wall dishes to Beal. With the teardrop. Second shot opportunity, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Wow, a phenomenal talent. I mean, when you think about the competitive flair Bill plays with, it's just awesome.
2 shots.
I wouldn't say it's cool, but it's okay. It's not cool though. Pro, you haven't answered my question. What have you done today? What have you been up to?
And he makes the first. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across
everybody.
the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie in the bottle, Kevin.
Washington's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wagner. Out to the wing. Shot by Wall. Off the left rim and out.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easy.
Oh, who the heck is that
goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
I thought Harden was coming into the lane.
Washington shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more
Clearly
than that
wasn't.
from your offense.
We weren't on the same wavelength.
Beal against Harden. The Wizards with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now.
Oh!
He's
That
trying
was
to climb out of
gorgeous.
it, but he hasn't been successful.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Wall looking it over. Beal drives in. And he's finally able to knock one down.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Gordon finds Harden. Now Westbrook. Floor spacing, Chris. Now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some...
Are you playing The Last of Us? All right, nice. How you liking it? What's your thoughts on it? Personally, for me, The Last of Us, I never really got into it. Wasn't a game for me. I was more of an Uncharted fan, when I played Naughty Dog games, but Last of Us, nah. Never got into it, never liked it. What's your thoughts on it? Have you enjoyed it? Are you enjoying it still? What's the review from you on that?
Numbers.
Oh man, look at Lopez out there. This Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The shame you got to go to Embiid or Zingis, and we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time onto your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your
Hey,
teammates
Aaron,
better,
man, how we doing?
You're spacing the floor, which gives them
Stay,
room to
please,
drive.
buddy.
And if
Stay,
you're really working
chat,
on your game,
chill
you
out.
can really make your teammates
Come on,
better
chat and
because now
connect,
you have
guys.
more
Chat and
passing lanes
connect.
because you're further away.
Aaron is in the chat. Pro is here. She's chatting away. Or he or she's chatting away. I'm not sure yet. I don't know Pro fully to know what if she's a he or a she.
See that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy.
Harden, 3-pointer from out of nowhere.
Now he's just showing off. With range like that, incredible.
Come on, we need to get some hype going. We need to get some energy going here. I might need some Lucozade to get some sugar.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Lovely step back.
Wall, no luck. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Tries to hit him. Harden, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of
Great
strength
movement from the
for
Rockets there.
You don't see.
I really
this
love
kind
the
of
story. Really like the connection of Joel and Ellie. I'm waiting for the Uncharted 4. It's free on PS Plus. Already played it. Bro. I actually own it. So I've already played it, done it, been there, done that, and yeah, I'm not really hyped about Uncharted 4 being on the PS Plus.
a blowout off,
I have
but
to admit.
tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Westbrook, no good.
Not doing very well on those 3
41
pointers.
seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Brown the pass to Wagner. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Outside Wall for the 3. Bertans kicks to Wall. Outside Beal.
And that's
So
final.
Houston taking the W
And
here.
that's game.
This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Okay, moving over to the Heat. So they got their match against the Hawks. They lost their first against the Hawks. They're trying to see if they can come away with a win against the Hawks this time.
Another valuable substitution method are the situational lineups. These lineups offer the best players at each position for the specific situation that you need. If you're up late in the game and the opponent is intentionally fouling, you'll want to run out the free throw lineup. If you desperately need a tray to stay in the game, you've got the 3-point option. Or if you're getting dominated on the boards, there's a lineup to fix that too. You can access these presets by hitting down on the D-pad and using right trigger to scroll through your options.
Wow. Jeez.
The city
5
of Atlanta
a.m.
is the scene for the Heat. The explosive scoring of Jimmy Butler and the creativity of Goran Dragic. They'll be working together tonight as they game plan for the task ahead at State Farm Arena. Heat, Hawks. We'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. Looking at the Hawks, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And in this one, A fantastic matchup in the middle. Shaq, what does the ideal center bring to a basketball team?
Well, these days it's someone who could beat you both in the post and facing up. You protect the rim, but you also got to be able to switch out on the guards.
To me, it's great centers like Hakeem and like the big fella here, Shaq.
Well, thank you, Kenny.
You know, you can build around them with confidence. When the biggest player on the court is the best player, you really got something there.
That's for sure. That'll do it. Both teams ready to tip off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Greetings, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying this. Happy Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup in the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony.
There must be a glitch in the game because it certainly ain't Halloween.
While we get a break, let's now take a look at the October standings out east. Take a look at the Hawks. Right now they're in 7th in the conference, looking to build on their record. And checking out Miami, they're at the 10th position.
And right now for Miami, they've shown.
Oh, it's to do with the season year. That's why.
But that next step,
that's
those
why.
qualities that could make them true contenders.
That's why it's Halloween.
Now you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long.
Cheers, pro. I'll do my best
against the top teams, or starting to strategize where you can position yourself
until I get told to shut up. Hello to the 3 people watching. Give me a way, give me a hey, give me a let's get going. It's the Heat versus the Hawks. Big shout out to all of you watching. Please chat and connect. Please get the chat going. Talk to each other. Let's go.
Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Robinson passes to Jones. Basket counts. Even this early on, Brent, have you been on teams where you just knew changes were coming down the road?
Yeah, most of that, Kevin, I think happens because of internally.
Come on, help me out, guys. Get chatting. Get going. Get telling me things.
Playing pick and roll, but
come on, we're all friends here. Get talking.
Good executives.
Don't just sit there
and communicating
and
to the
not
people
say
in the front
anything
office to
or
say,
chat.
Hey, if we stay this
I
way,
need you guys to
our
type.
potential instead of growing is not knowing how low we're going to go. Exactly. So we need to make some changes.
One shot.
Please, guys, please don't just come into this stream and just then disappear. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help my analytics. It doesn't help my viewing. Don't just come in and then disappear. It doesn't help things. Chat, stay, watch. Try to. If you don't understand what's going on in this stream, if you don't understand basketball, ask me. Ask somebody will tell you. I know about basketball. So if you don't know about it and you're not sure what you're watching, ask me. Ask a question. You know, give me a shout out. Give me a talk to each other. Connect with each other. Don't just leave. Oh, God's sake. It doesn't help me, guys. I need. No,
here's Young.
It's not, well.
Coming off a solid outing against Miami.
I'm doing this for you, not for me. I'm putting this up for you guys.
Back to Young. The jump hook.
Yeah, good shot.
He makes his first shot of the game.
Remember,
big man John Collins,
you guys make the stream, not me. I'm not here to make the stream. I'm here to produce the entertainment.
Robinson passes to Adebayo. Here's Nunn from beyond the arc and then some.
Good 3-pointer there.
Here's Herter. Last game he had 28 points. Lays it up off the glass.
Known for being a scorer, Herter is good at staying active and then looking to capitalize inside.
Outside Butler. From deep three-point range, he can't get that one to fall. So
we need to stop with 3 points because last game we just had a bad day when it came to 3-point shooting. We couldn't get anything, so we need to get to the post. We need to get to the
motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory. kind of a ticky-tack.
I know you're
there,
still
but you
here,
have
pro.
To be aware that's how
And
the
I'm
refs
happy
are gonna
that you're
blow the
here.
whistle
But
tonight.
I just wish other people would
First
chat.
quarter play with about a minute and a half gone. And stolen by Hunter.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
They can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Butler. Heat moving the ball around. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Herter and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And in his rookie season, Kevin Herter out of Maryland taking his time and finding his spots.
Yeah, after his sophomore year in Maryland, Kevin felt like he was ready for the NBA, and I think Travis Schlenk, the general manager of the Hawks, looking at shooting as something he wanted to build on.
If anyone's bothered, my day's been quite boring today. I haven't really done a lot, but then again, I have been staying safe. I'll just mention that, just staying safe and doing, you know, not been doing a lot. Been on here pretty much all day. I did some streams this morning, and I watched a bit of YT later on, and then came back on here and things. We're on. Feel free to join. Cheers, Tony, man. I'm just trying to get my stream going. Just trying to get you know, it hyped. Trying to get things going. But cheers, man. I'm in the middle of a game at the moment.
A great shooter in Herter.
First free throw is good.
Ain't gonna miss that.
This Hawks team built around youth, and probably the most attention-getting younger player is Trae Young. What an unbelievable second half to his rookie season, almost challenging Luka Doncic for the Rookie of the Year. Trae Young, an incredible shooter, but plays with a tremendous amount of confidence, and we'll see how far that confidence can take this young core as they continue to grow under their young coach, Lloyd Pierce.
Passes it to Robinson. To the left side wing. The pass to Nunn. Fires from deep. Well, their pass to Adebayo. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called.
Yeah, I do use the Elgato Pro.
And
yeah, I do.
The question for Young now, can he reach the level Curry has?
I think that question is just completely misplaced.
Yep.
We're going to
I
just
do
try
use
to
it.
let Trae
I'm
Young
using
be
it
the
right
best
now.
version of himself. He reminds you of Steph Curry, but those accomplishments are, I think, a little bit out of reach, Kevin. Trae Young does have in front of him an unbelievable opportunity here in Atlanta to become and push his potential as far as he wants it to go.
And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Good on the second free throw. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Young with no one around. And the 3 off target.
Well, after nailing the first 4 shots of the game, some relief for the
defense. Come on.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Pass to Hunter. Here's Herter. He has 6. Lock at 6. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Heat with the lead. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, earlier I spoke with Lloyd Pierce. He talked about the threat posed by Jimmy Butler, saying it's incredible the work he's done to make himself such a well-rounded scorer.
Oh, wow. Found his way into the hole.
And ball, Texas. Up to you.
All right, David, thanks. Jones trying to get open, and Capella sends it back. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Herder, and the three ball is good. Herder's got 11 points.
Shot preparation is fantastic as Herder's able to get his feet set that time.
Here's Nunn. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And the combination of
HD60 Pro. HD60. I haven't got the HD60S. So yeah. Got the HD60. Just doing the job. Not too bad. Can't complain. I've not had any issues with it. Nor have I had any problems with it. So yeah, running smooth.
His quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Herder, 11 points in the game. Pass to Capella. To the paint. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Size, shoot it, showing he can put it on the floor. This guy is a tough matchup, Kevin Herder.
Here's Jones. Can't hit that one. Collins with some nice D. Now Young. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Butler gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Tight game, this one, between the Heat and the Hawks.
Taking his time here. Misses the three.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Here's Adebayo. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also.
I think HD60 was out of stock. I searched in Amazon and I saw that it was around 15. It's around 15k. Nah, that can't be right. It's an old model. It's an old model, the HD60. I don't think you got that price right. It can't be 15k. Do you know how much 15k is? That's crazy. It's been out for ages, the HD60. That can't be right. You might want to check that one again. Nah, it can't be 15k. There's no way. I'm sorry, but you gotta check that. I'd understand if you said like $15, but 15k, nah, that can't be right. I would agree if you said $15, just $15, or maybe $20 at best, but 15k is not right. I wanna check that. 290. Yeah, that's. Yeah, okay. Maybe you could go a little bit cheaper if you didn't check through Amazon. If you check through another source, then possibly. But you're gonna get it for. If you checked another source, you probably get it below 200. Maybe get it for 150, possibly. Maybe even 100 if you're lucky. But I wouldn't check Amazon. I'd check another source. I check eBay. Check eBay. Yeah. Check that one. And you to Amazon, it's still new to them, so that's why you're getting it at that price. But the older model would be in eBay. I don't know if you use eBay or if you trust eBay or what, but I would recommend looking at that before you really finalize if you're going to get it or not.
Impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
So it's the Hawks now. Heat knocking down the tray. Young outside, fires the three. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
When you hit a three on Young, you can expect him to come right back at you.
Outside Butler. Over Hunter.
Oh,
no good
still
off the
missed
back of the
that.
rim. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Shots good from Young.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now, here is Robinson. Here's Jones, drilled from 11 feet out. Jones has got 7 points.
You know, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Passes to Young from 15 feet away. His 4th miss of the game. He's made 3. Butler attacking, and it's Butler with the jam.
How about the ferocity from Butler? Just exploding to the rim to take that one home as soon as the lane opened up.
The pass to Herter. Now here's Capella. The second chance effort. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And he gets it to go. And now a 4-point Heat lead.
Go on, Butler.
And when he gets inside, Butler's not going to be denied. Tremendous focus down low.
Young outside. Good for another basket for him.
Time out for made by the Heat.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think I'd be a bit scared if I was ordering online in the Philippines. Tony, come on, man. No links in my stream, please, buddy. No links in my stream. Come on, no links. No links in my stream, man. No links in my stream. Thank you.
To the paint.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They're coming into this game off that recent loss. Teams changing it up here. And our early season power rankings, of course, a lot should change over the course of the year, but this is where we stand now. As you take a look at Charlotte, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, for the Heat, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games left to be played, plenty of time to turn things around.
Teague, the pass to Fernando. Back to Teague.
Yeah, nice layup.
Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Have to admire how relentless Teague is on the drive, as well as how consistent he is at burying those looks.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Here's Bembry. 14 points from him the last game against the Heat in Miami.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
4 on the clock. Teague for 3. Rebound by Olynyk. Miami leading by 4.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta.
I can't be making shots that are three-pointers. I'm not having a good day with
about player development as these young guys grow together.
And Jones pulls it down.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Iguodala against Teague. Over Iguodala. Teague can't hit.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
Pass to Herter.
It is quite popular though.
Ball's knocked loose. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Crowder. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
They've wasted no time settling into
So we need to take easy buckets.
Pass to Fernando. Here's Bembry, defended by Crowder. Bembry kicks to Teague. Shot clock at 6. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Oh! Gorgeous.
The teammates are always looking for Iguodala. He snakes along the baseline, and that time the recipient of the big alley-oop.
Lovely.
1:53 left.
Gorgeous alley-oop.
Teague, the pass to Herter. Here's Fernando. Dishes it to Teague. Passes it to Fernando. Back to Teague. Here's Herter. He's covered by Iguodala from the arc. Herter, no good.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Oh!
Trey Iguodala with the slam.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Now here's Jones. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The pass to Bembry. Will it go?
Oh.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks.
He's missed.
And one issue for the Heat for years now, inefficient shooting.
Enjoy your rest of your stream. Last time I'm in.
But if you can't,
what do you mean last time you're in?
And you
what
can't
does that
find
mean?
ways to dig out of holes by shooting
Enjoy
the
your rest of
basketball,
your stream.
you get
Last
down
time
10
I'm
or
in.
12 points.
I
Defense
don't know what that
sometimes
means.
isn't enough. They've been the bottom third in points scored for quite a while.
That's good from Hero.
One thing that the Heat have done really for the last 4 years, block shots.
Well, they've had some very athletic big men. You think of Hassan Whiteside, who's moved on to Portland, and now Bam.
I don't know what you
Adebayo.
mean, man. Last time I'm in.
And of course, Dwayne
Does that mean
Wade
last
being
time
the
you're in
best
tonight?
shot
Is that what you
blocking
mean?
two-guard of all time. That's always helped their defense be scrappy and challenge a lot of shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, a great
Oh, this is going to be a big win for Heat
at the
if they
charity
can win
stripe.
this.
He has got to be careful
Massive
about being
win.
too aggressive on
They
him
lost
and
their
sending
first
him
one
back
against
for
the
freebies.
Hawks. It would be beneficial if they could win this one.
Count that
Yeah,
one.
very sure.
Bembry's got his third basket of the night right there.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Iguodala kicks to Leonard over Jones, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Iguodala. And the Heat lead by 10. And Teague's at the ball here for the Hawks. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, if you let a player like Jeff Teague get set from behind the arc, he's going to make you pay.
And so it's the Miami Heat heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Back to the action after this word.
Gonna check that. Okay, man. You check it. Tony there Gizmo there giving you some handy advice that you may or may not need.
Tough nose Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it. But with that comes a lot of, some people call it pressure, but a lot of responsibility is what I call it. Every night you got to show up. You have to be productive. You have to show guys even when you're hurt, you can still play. Even when you're tired, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. It's fun to me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And for those of you just
he's just gone through the lane and boom.
Right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
They got pushed out.
Job, just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Heat, Hero out there with Dragic. Then there's Myers Leonard. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Silva in at the 4-man position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last
This player
3 years.
here, the one you're looking at right
Collins,
now,
Kevin Huerter,
he's dominant
and in
for the Atlanta
the Hawks
Hawks.
added 3 more good
Well, he
young
is in this
players in
game
the draft.
anyway.
DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always.
This guy giving the Heat some problems.
And he can't hit the second. You often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have?
We need to keep this lead as Heat, because Hawks could just come fighting back.
About his star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately, in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes.
Come on, guys. Who's your favorite team in the NBA?
He's spinning back.
Who do you like watching?
So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player. That's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. Hero, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Teague. 5 points in the game. Here's Huerter. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Miami the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Shot from 12. Misses off the left iron.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
He still misses
right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since. Goran Dragic is one of those guys over the past couple of seasons that struggled with some injuries. Just 36 games last year with the Heat at 32 years of age, and you really hope for this season that he can find some health so that he can help stabilize and contribute in ways that his talent allows.
Yeah.
The first free throw.
Well, I would have put the Lakers up.
And for
but
Dragic becoming a sixth man,
I
there
thought
is an adjustment period, wouldn't you
when
say?
I picked the Heat,
Kevin, but his
I
experience
did think
in all those
that Dwayne Wade was still
508 career
playing,
starts he has,
but
maybe he
it
can
clearly
put that to use against
it
another
isn't-
team's
he
second
isn't here. He's
to go out
retired.
there
I
and
didn't
be
know
much
that.
more effective in
So
heading up
when
an
I picked
offense.
him, I thought
There's a
Dwayne
tone
Wade
that
still
gets set
played.
in the game, and Dragic can sit there at the beginning of the game and
But I
find
did
out where it
give
is that
the
he can most
viewers
impact
the chance
how it
to
is that the team is
decide who
playing
they
once he
wanted to
enters the
see.
court.
But nobody
Now,
was,
here's Capella.
no one was messaging, no one was saying anything. I was trying to connect with the viewers, but
down now to just
nobody
10
was.
points with that basket from Young.
Nobody said nothing. So
Butler against Teague. Shots good from Butler. Butler's got 8 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Teague can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Good on the bucket. And the Heat lead by 14.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Labissiere. Back to Teague. Butler with the steal.
oh, I tried it. I tried it.
Here's Young. Finished off the break. 13 points in the game.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Back to Adebayo. Dragic kicks to Butler. Trying to get open is Adebayo. And it's Butler missing.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And they pick up 2.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Pass to Adebayo. Butler feeling out of it. Lets it go with the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Now here comes Teague, leading the break. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got
Going back and forth, there's 10 points in it.
From Jeff Teague, gets contact on his way to the rim.
Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
10 shots.
Back and forth. The Heat versus the Hawks. Oh, I don't even know who the Heat's rivals are. Who's their biggest rivals, the Heat?
Free throw good, Teague.
I'm not sure.
Brandon, this next
The Rockets
question culture,
are
what comments
their
do you want
biggest
to give from
rivals are
players
the
who have just
Golden
lost
State
a game
Warriors.
and facing disappointment.
But Heat's
I
massive
like
rivals,
the
I
humility
don't know who
aspect
they
of
are.
this question, Kevin, and the
I'm
thing
not
that
sure.
I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something.
That's interesting. I thought Butler was the best player in Heat. Now, Adebayo, I didn't know that. I thought Butler would have been. Jimmy Butler would have been the best player that the Heat now have.
Enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most, and their challenge is, we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those three things are pretty impactful.
Well said.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
The Bucks. Okay. Alright.
The Hawks trail by 7.
Cheers, let me know that. I thought Butler would have been. But fair enough. If you say so.
Up top, Capella. Pass to Hunter. The Hawks working the ball around. Right side, Teague. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
None passes to Butler. And they double up Butler. And stolen by Hunter. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Young.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Robinson. That one, no good. Collins with some nice D. Hunter, no one around him. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
This is what I'm talking about. The Hawks are just eating up the chances, and we just can't take them.
To set up his man.
Here's Leonard. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
We need to keep this lead, or the Hawks are just going to eat us up.
Tonight. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Outside Collins. There's the dish to Young. 6 to shoot. Capella kicks to Teague. Over Robinson. Teague can't hit.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 5 points. That time the bucket coming from Young.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to
team
back in the game.
Maybe not the biggest name in free agency, but Jimmy Butler definitely a star player on the market.
A handful of teams were very interested in him, expressed interest in playing for Miami, and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
Shooting 2.
Oh, come the heck on.
And when Kyle Korver played for Atlanta, he set a league record with at least 1 3-pointer in 127 consecutive games.
We need to be doing better than that.
One of those nights
That's
where
crazy.
Nothing was going in. 127 is pretty impressive. Record was broken eventually by Steph Curry in 2016. But for Atlanta, that 127 is still a team record. And you wonder if one Trae Young might have his eyes set on it.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime. And that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season. Gets out in the country
Heat's timeout.
and puts in that work.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay
It's a close ball game.
It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to
ain't
add
you
up.
getting tired? I mean, big shout out for the fact that you're here and that the fact that you're still watching. But, wow, I thought you'd be going to bed. It's like 6 o'clock for you, isn't it? 6:15 in the morning.
He showed
Aren't you
such
tired?
tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
The Heat leading by 4. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the
Come on, we
hustle and
can't be
bustle
giving up
of the
possession
big
like
city.
this.
And it gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
Here's Nunn following the bucket by the Hawks. Robinson passes to Olynyk.
Oh, still
Miami
misses.
no good on that time either. And the Hawks with possession. They're on a 19-7 run. T.
Oh, wow.
Great to
There's
see
a
Jeff
tie
Teague
ball
get
game.
up for jams like that. Caught everyone by surprise.
Olynyk finds Butler. Back to Olynyk. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Oh, we got to keep the pressure
Butler's
up.
got 3 assists now in this one.
It's not one of those games you can just choke on by and
That
just
jumps
see,
out to me there. That's
think that
just a
you're going to
great
get
look
an easy
and a
win.
Great setup for the bucket.
Now here's Collins. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Crowder. Young's shot is off.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times. There's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Crowder against Teague. Buries it down low. Teague's got 8 here in the quarter.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
And the basket by Olynyk.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
There's a long time for it to show the... Like, what's it actually showing here? I don't quite know.
Teague with the ball.
Don't really know what it was showing
for
there.
him last game against
We should
Miami.
have showed him his shot, but he
Rebounding
didn't.
was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts. And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Now, here's Hunter. Now the pass to Collins. Robinson against Young. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Collins. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Another tie ball
Collins
game.
has got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up.
Bang!
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pass to Fernando. Teague left side. That's good.
How the heck he managed to get that
in
in?
14 tries.
Just a stellar job from Jeff Teague to get hit and still possess the wherewithal to finish off the play.
Robinson finds Olynyk. Back to Robinson. Over Teague. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 4 points now.
Yeah, I know you meant to skip the timeout.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Young, right side. Jay Crowder pulls it in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here's Teague.
Nobody there.
And it's slammed in by Teague.
Well, we all know that Jeff Teague is one of the quickest guys in the game, and sometimes when he picks up that much speed, he can also get up and finish.
Here's Nunn. He's got 12. Good ball movement here by Miami. Stolen by Collins. Here's Fernando. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Pass to Nunn. Butler on the wing. 13 points in the game. Good work there as it goes. Butler's got 15 points.
Come on.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Young from outside. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Nobody there.
And
Why
so
is nobody
Miami
there?
Again, turning it over.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Yeah, I thought you might be a bit sleepy, Pro. I love the fact that you're staying, but I can't expect you to stay up.
Now, here is Young. He's tightly guarded. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Olynyk.
The mentality
But I love the
of
fact
Trae
that you're
Young,
here.
shoot first,
Big,
shoot
massive,
often,
massive respect
keeps
to you.
defenders
Cheers,
very
bro.
active.
Means a lot.
In this case, too active.
The Hawks have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
2 shots.
2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Trae Young wants to be a leader, but it's not about wanting it. You have to show it on a consistent basis so your teammates start to look towards you.
And so Young nails them both. And here's Dragic. Near the three-point line, it's Olynyk. The wing jumper off target.
And D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Trae
tie
Young,
ball
he's
game.
feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Goran. How would you say you guys have done in the first half?
I mean, we are battling. We as a team, and if we're gonna play like that, I think so. We're gonna be okay.
We'll see what happens in the second half. Thanks, Goran. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 24 points and 3 assists. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving, the ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game. And one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
We got to do well in this half. We have to do well in this half.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Count it, good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Inside, here's Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins,
and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Adebayo, 2 points. That one goes. Adebayo's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Passes it to Hunter. Here's Herter. The pass to Young. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Butler. Collins with some nice D.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And Butler gets it to go.
Come on.
Butler's got 17 now.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
To the right side. Here's Hunter. Offensive rebound. And Collins is right there.
Well, the way you keep plays alive is with some effort, and John Collins giving it to you.
Nunn passes to Butler. And it's Jones. That time on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 4th assist in this one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Capella finds Young.
Oh, wow.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
Trae Young looking like one of those young players who on a nightly basis gives you something you haven't seen before.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's 19 points for Butler.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. And there were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash
Make
Brothers,
sure that he gets to
Draymond
go to
Green,
the shooting
then
to
Kevin
the
Durant.
3-point line.
But the Warriors lost to the Raptors
the
in
free
the finals
throw
last
line,
year,
so.
combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league shooting two. I believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened. There's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. And he knocks down the first one. And Brent, many consider Trae Young the first product of the Steph Curry generation. He grew up in the age of the three-point shot.
I think that's pretty fair. He said he recorded all of Steph Curry's games. He studied them and tried to see where Steph was gaining some advantage, and that balance of his shooting and his playmaking, then moving without the ball. You can see all of those sort of attributes that are coming out of Trae Young, courtesy of Steph Curry.
And the basket by Jones.
First time we've gone for a three-pointer for a while.
Is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
Here's Herter, guarded by Robinson. Clock at 6. Here's Herter. He's got 13. That shot missing.
Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that
missed
rebound.
that.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now, here's Adebayo. 5 points in the game. The Hawks trail by 3. It's stolen by Adebayo. And it's the Heat on the break. That's a 2 from Butler. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists now in this one.
And Butler knows how to take over games. Really good with his shot selection down the stretch.
And Herter gets it to go.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Miami leading by 3. Here's Butler. Adebayo passes to Butler. Second chance shot and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
And how about the strength inside there from Butler? Just excellent at finding
Come on, these free throw, these
to foul him down low.
3 throw lines are important.
Collins quickly emerging as
You need to keep the lead going. We need to keep stay in front of the Atlanta Hawks.
Out beyond the arc.
The minute we slip behind, we've got an issue.
And the first one drops. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, do you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high usage player. He is highly efficient.
The Hawks making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And so Butler nails both of them.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll.
The 2K leaderboard provides us now
Cheers,
with
bro.
Cheers,
pro.
Assist leaders.
See you later.
Spot held by Trae Young.
Go
Very
get a rest.
few guys pass the ball better.
You badly need it. I'm sure your eyes are hurting.
Have eyes in the back of his head.
See you later, bro. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining the stream. Means a lot.
That one goes in. Young's got 34.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
And the basket by Jones.
So far, he's a can't-miss player, a superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Young pass to Collins. Back to Young. Jones kicks to Hunter. Pass to Jones. And Jones slams it in.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And Miami has possession after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Adebayo. Pass to Nunn. 3 on the clock. A three-pointer off the mark.
Shouldn't have gone for it. Should not have gone for it.
Now Hunter. The layup missed. Right side, Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
And the quickness on the drive.
You can't afford to do three-pointers. They're just not working when it comes with the Heat. The Heat aren't very good at them.
Young outside. Fires from 14. Doesn't go that time. Miami leading by 5. Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
And you got to admire Butler. I mean, when he's got space to rise up for the finish, he does not hesitate.
Young finds Jones. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Lovely alley-oop.
Alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Jones from outside. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
It's Young on the wing. He's got 34. The shot misses. Miami's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Come on, Heat.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's really all about Trae Young and his skill. And you know how many hours that takes, Kevin? I mean, he is putting time in the gym to show you what he's capable of out here on this floor, and he makes it look easy.
And Brent, for Trae Young, remarkable how his game has grown.
Going to be interesting over the next 3 to 5 years what kind of layers Trae Young can add to his game. We know he is a prolific shooter. He's got deep range. He's a good playmaker, but how good does he want to be? We're going to find out how complete he can be.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, Trae Young not missing a lot of shots at the moment.
And so Young nails them both. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And speeding up the offense, something the Hawks began last season.
It was interesting for the Hawks kind of zigging while everybody's zagging as they made it a priority to get to the offensive glass, along with tons more field goal attempts in their offense, and it's been giving some defenses fits.
Labissiere is checked in for the Hawks.
Right,
Crowder's checked in for Miami.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Dragic, how he performed last season. Put up about 13 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Here's Jones, finished off the break. Jones has got 6 points.
Shouldn't have taken the alley-oop.
That's a momentum shifter, a steal leading straight to the basket.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Over to the left wing. Hero, that's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Now here's Teague, 19 points in the game. Here's the teardrop. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team.
Nobody there.
A +10 rebound advantage.
Trying it again.
All you need to know.
And Teague has it in the corner. Shoots over Crowder. Teague can't hit. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They've led by as many as 14 points. Adebayo passes to Iguodala. And the Heat, another 3.
Come on.
Well, Iguodala setting up, getting that good, strong base. He becomes a much better shooter when he does that.
Passes to Fernando. He dishes it to T.
Oh, I still got it in.
It is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, point guards sometimes show their strength. Teague does their incredible job, gets the shot to go.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Outside Crowder on deep. Jeff Teague with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 12. The feed now to Jones. Teague dishes to Labissiere. The pass to Fernando. Here's the 3. Unable to get that one. And the Heat going the other way now.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
No, that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Here's T after the Heat pick up 2. Sweet little floater. Teague's got 4 this quarter.
Well, you shoot a floater like that, it's impossible to block. Jeff Teague shows it off there.
Pass to Hero. Back to Iguodala. Kicks to Dragic. Here's Hero. He's got 13. Here's Crowder. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Crowder's got the lead up to 14 now for the Heat.
Go on, Jay Crowder.
A minute 20 left in the third. The Hawks shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. To the middle. It's deflected. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Crowder with the ball. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Heat. The Hawks shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Here's Teague. That's tipped.
Great defending. Great D.
Iguodala outside.
Ooh.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
But if you look at Miami's future and it was inside a crystal ball, that picture's got to be a bit foggy at this point. They've been in the middle of the pack for a long time, but taking a chance this offseason and bringing in Jimmy Butler as their lone star, we'll see if that recruitment process pays off in some ways for Miami to reestablish some of their culture.
That free throw, no good.
Andre Iguodala about as reliable as it gets. Steve Kerr calls him the adult in the room.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Damian Jones. And then for Miami, Kelly Olynyk checked in for Adebayo. And it's Leonard in for Jay Crowder. And he sinks the second.
Should have made both.
The Hawks trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
You had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Teague, here we go. He can't hit that time.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Teague after the made shot from Goran Dragic.
That's just great work from Jeff Teague to draw a foul inside the paint. The D looks flustered.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
Jeff Teague. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Miami leading by 19. Iguodala right side. Lets a floater go. Shot, high post, and Dragic gets it to go on the assist by Iguodala. Dragic has got 10 points in the game. That shot off the mark. Jimmy Butler has been on display for Miami. A terrific quarter for him. And now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. We'll return shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
Digital
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. Myers Leonard is out there with Olynyk. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Hero into the 2-guard spot.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Pass to Labissiere. Here's Fernando. Dishes to T. Goes up again. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The defense lurking. Teague shows tremendous confidence going up against it and finds a way to nail it.
And the Hawks making a change here. Herter's checked in.
One shot.
Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made, and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Now here's Teague. Pass to Fernando. Back to Teague.
Yeah, all day long he's got that.
Teague's got 10 points here in the second half.
And you can see the confidence building in Jeff Teague hitting everything right now.
Here's Dragic. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Bembry. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Hero.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
The Heat have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
What a huge bonus for the coaching staff and this team to have Andre Iguodala producing like he is right now.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Teague with the ball. To the inside.
He jumped way too early.
Bembry. That one doesn't drop. Good defense by Iguodala. Here's Dragic.
Oh, lovely.
Coming off Iguodala's feet.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Teague. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Teague's got 31 points.
Excellent court vision by Teague to make the correct play off the pick and roll.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Collins checked in for the Hawks. And Miami also making a switch. Robinson's checked in for Andre Iguodala. They're running. Here's Herter. He gets it in there.
That's the kind of player Jeff Teague is. Plays hard on D, and the team gets out on the break because of it.
Dragic against Teague. Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got 8 points in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Feeds it to Teague. Goes back up.
Oh, for flip's sake,
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And what makes Jeff Teague such a tough cover is his skill in drawing fouls.
Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches?
Take a break.
I mean,
Two shots.
It can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
I mean, if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Carter comes in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Reddish in for Bembury. And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, love the attitude he's playing with here in the second half. Going strong to the hoop and getting to the free throw line.
Fades back. Again, the Heat good for two.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Now, here's Reddish. Outside Collins. Teague deciding where to go with it. Here's Reddish. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's Dragic. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Dragic is so good at layups.
20 points for Goran Dragic.
He's not a slam dunker. He's a terrific layup man.
From inside the paint.
Teague against Dragic. With the floater. And it's Miami with the rebound. The drive by Hill. Collins with some nice D.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Teague, the pass to Carter. Outside Collins. Over Leonard. Collins, good.
Collins showing now he's got a little bit of touch from that range.
Miami's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Dedmon with the block. Carter against Hill. And Hill over to help. Carter, the pass to Dedmon.
Oh.
And Dedmon throws it down.
Really moves well out there, Dedmon, for a guy his size, and you check out the lift on that dunk.
Down low. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Teague, the pass to Carter. Good on the shot. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for Miami. To the paint, Leonard. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
How about Leonard not letting the D get to him? Amazing that he maintains his balance, especially at his size on that shot.
Here's Teague. Dedmon trying to break free. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got 16 points here in the second half. The drive by Hill. The shot comes out. The Hawks have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. To the inside, Collins, and it's blocked. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. Finished off the break. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Teague, the pass to Collins. Reddish kicks to Teague. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Carter. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Don't need to make that
Last year,
foul.
the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from that.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, Carter just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
None. Shooting 1.
We'd like to think that Heat have got this with 4 minutes or 5 minutes left to play.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always would play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
And the Hawks with possession here after the Heat pick up 2. Labissiere is checked in for Collins.
Coming onto the floor for your Hawks, Skal Labissiere.
Here's Reddish. And the shot is good. Reddish has got 5 points now this quarter. Miami's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Left side, Jones. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Here's Nunn.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Here's Young, and it's good for 2. Young's got 38 points.
You just can't take Trae Young lightly from anywhere on the floor. These kind of shots will help him get into a rhythm.
Kept alive, and the pass to Hill. From deep three-point range. No good on that one.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And the Heat making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. On defense, the Heat drops in the tray. 41 points for Trae Young.
You would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Scooped up. Here's Silva. And again, it's the Heat missing. Hawks shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Young's shot is off.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Young, following the score by Miami. Takes the 3. And Jones pulls it down.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Pass to Carter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. A nice shot by Teague.
Nice to see Jeff Teague get down in there on the inside and come up with the bucket.
And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Here's Jones. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Vince Carter picks one up.
At the line for the Heat, Derek Jones Jr. At the line for 2.
The first one falls. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the NBA.
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Hands it from downtown.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Outside Hill. Pass to Nunn. It's back to Hill. Jacks up a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Hill's got 7 now in this quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
It was a standout.
They needed a monster win.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Butler.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Now here's Labissiere. Carter right side. He kicks it to Dedmon. Got a piece of it. Crowder with it. Labissiere's there, and it's Iguodala.
Iguodala again with an alley-oop.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Reddish after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. And Reddish with the slam.
Gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now here's Iguodala.
Oh.
It's stolen by Reddish. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And he lays that one in.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Carter for 3. Miami grabs the miss. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the basket by Hill.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Carter left side. That one misses. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win.
We needed that big win though. They gave us, they made us lose big last time, the Hawks. So we had to make sure we came away with a big win on this one.
How confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. We play together, play hard. We can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Alton, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
Okay guys, that brings us to the end of this stream. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I sure as heck have enjoyed playing it. And I'll see you guys in the next Baz86 live stream. Take it easy, stay safe, bye.